Hi guys, this is Pila. If it is your first time you come across my YouTube channel, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Today I want us to talk about Euro US dollar versus the GBP versus the US dollar as well. But then we're going to talk about it now. There's something that I want to share with you. Whenever you analyze, do not forget to start from higher time frame. Always remember to start from higher time frame. The reason why I want you guys to start from higher time frame, I want you to check the structure from higher time frame. Your higher time frame might be monthly or yearly. If it's not yearly, yeah, let's just say yearly, going back from yearly 6 months, 3 months, and then monthly, weekly, daily. You're doing that because of you want to check what is actually happening. If weekly time frame, or I'm sorry, if monthly time frame is telling you that we are pushing the market down now, the uptrend is over. And then you go to smaller time frame might still show you that we are still pushing the market up, whereas the market is now going down. So the best thing that you can do, start from higher time frame to actually check and see what is actually happening. So right now, what is it you can do here? You add your trend line like this. You add your trend line. You push it all the way up like this. You wait for the market to break the trend line. Once they break this trend line of yours, and then the market will go all the way back to test your trend line, you're going to get your entry. You continue with your trend. This is how you then see ukuthi i-trend iphelelwa i-energy or iphelelwa amandla. Now you know, okay, laphayana bazobreaka, and then we're going to continue with the trend going down. Now, that's not what I want you guys to see, but what I want you guys to know, which is from here, what is it we do? So from here, in market, so it's all ila on which time frame? On monthly time frame. We are on your left hand side. On your left hand side, you have a break of structure. Here you have a break of structure as well. Here, what is it? You have a resistance. It was broken, supposed to become a support here. And then here you have a what? You have a support. It was broken, supposed to become a what? A resistance. You need to pay attention to these things. You need to pay attention to the structure. The structure is very much important. So the more you pay attention to the structure, the easier it becomes. Right now, it will also depend on which pattern are you using. If you are using a continuation pattern, you look for a continuation pattern as the market will be pushing back to the resistance. As it push up back to a resistance, now you see, okay, fine, here we have a resistance. From this resistance, I'm expecting the market to change the direction and continue with the downtrend. Those who are trading trend lines, they're going to be excited because of they see there, you have a trend line. It looks like this, even though it is not accurate. They now see that, oh, flip, we have a trend line. That means now we continue with the downside. Traders who are trading support and resistance are also going to step in and do what and sell. Traders who are trading trend line, they are all going to step in and also sell. That means the higher the chance that the market will push down. Remember, your analysis was on a higher time frame. The minute the analysis yako iba on a higher time frame, the easier everything gets. Now, I want us to go straight to the chart so that you guys can see what is actually happening. Let me clear everything, and then we go straight to the chart. I want us to go straight to the chart so that you can see ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani here. Let's see. I hope you guys can see my screen. Now, I'm on a 6 months time frame, but I don't need 6 months. I'll go to 12 months. This is 12 months time frame. I will also show you a few things about trading trend lines. Trend lines are not the only thing that you can use to become profitable in the market. There's a lot of things you can use to become profitable, but personally, I prefer to trade the patterns that I trade off, which is support and resistance, supply and demand, continuation patterns, and trend lines. So here, if we check what is it we get, you can see or highlight this one like this. Here is your support. That one is very much important to identify. And then support, resistance. From resistance to where to support. Now you see that the market is pushing down. Therefore, what is it you're going to be looking for? You're going to be looking for sell opportunities. Okay, besides, what else do you have here in between them? I'm on 12 months. You know, when I'm on 12 months, it means one candlestick's going to appear, right? Sure. Let's add our trend line from our left-hand side. You must understand almost everything that happened. You see here, okay, fine, here is the trend line. It looks like this. You're not going to buy here, but you are analyzing to know the direction of the market. You see, oh, okay, here we are pushing the market up. Okay, fine. You also remove this one if you want to, because they already used it. Just remove it. Just remove it. And then add another one. You have your first time touch there. You have your second time touch here. Here's your first touch. Here's your second touch. What is it we have here? We have a trend line that is currently waiting for what? A test of which is going to be the third touch. We're going to be looking for what here? Buying opportunity, right? So here is your second time touch. That confirms that we have a trend line now. On which time frame? On 12 months. Remember, I said per 12 months, you're going to see just one candlestick. This one is for 2022. This was 2023. This was 2022. Therefore, we're going to have 2025 here or 2026. Might be possible. But it can be also be possible that the market can just go down for the whole year. Sharp, we are not there now. What is it we're supposed to do, or what is it we can do? We then move to 6 months time frame. Now you know what is actually happening, and now you see where the market is headed. Or if you need to get more information, you also add another trend line. From here on the first time touch, you push it up. What happened then? You had a trend line. Your trend line was very, very nice. Here is your first time. Here is your second time. Where do you step in and buy? On the third touch, the market went up for the whole year. I'm trying to show you here the power of trading trend lines, right? Look at this again on your left-hand side. What is it we have here? This is 12 months, guys. I'm not sure if you understand. This is the highest time frame. And whenever I am trading on a higher time frame, you know the results. So here you have a trend line. First time, second time your trend line was broken. They came back to test it. When was your trend line broken? 2014. When was it tested? 2018. You cannot trade here, but it is important to have this time frame to see what is actually happening, because of if you are on smaller time frame, you won't be able to see that the market's going to reverse there, and you won't see, or you won't know why the market is reversing there. Right now, you notice that, okay, the market reversed from here, it went all the way up. What was the market doing there? It was going up to test the broken trend line as what? As a resistance. The trend line was once a support this side, now it is a resistance, it is pushing down. So what is it we're going to do now? We'll move to 6 months. Remember, on 6 months, each and every 6 months, you're going to see one candlestick. Each and every 6 months, you're going to see one candlestick. Your trend lines now are very much clear. You can see everything. Everything is clear. Now look at this again. Let me erase. It's fine. Let me erase one by one. My chart is not clean right now. This is a top-down analysis on a euro versus the US dollars. This is euro versus the US dollars. Make sure that you do what I do here so that you can find yourself finding good entries. So here you can see the market gave us the first time touch and the second time touch. What do? You add your trend line. This is 6 months time frame. Look at what happened. Let me put it nicely on the second one. And then, boom. Yes. Can you see that? Here's your first time, second time, on the third touch, the market pushed all the way up. What is it you have here that can cause the market to change the direction as well? Remember to apply your line chart. Remember to apply your line chart on your screen. So Uma will apply a line chart. You want to see where the market actually turned. It is very much important to use a line chart, guys. Do not forget to use a line chart. Whatever you do, pay attention to it so that it will be easy for you to understand what is actually happening. So here you can see the market tested the trend line here and then pushed all the way down. Look at the 6 months. From trend line, you are out there, you are trading trend lines, trend line to trend line. Can you see that? Trend line 1, push the market down. Trend line 2, you push the market up. You are out there, you are trading trend lines only in the market. You know the results. So now, let's move to smaller time frame. We're gonna go to 3 months time frame. Here's our 3 months time frame. Look at what happened. Now let's add the line chart. Let's add the line chart. The line chart doesn't want to get in. Here is your line chart. What does the line chart say here? You had a support that was broken. It became a resistance on the right-hand side. Let's go back to the candlesticks. Now, this is where we are on 3 months time frame. Let me erase everything. You got the direction of the market, right? This is where we are right now. Okay, from here, what I want you to do, I want you to add a trend line from all the way up and push it down like this. Your structure is pushing down. How? Here is your first time, second time, third touch. The market is on a downtrend, right? Fine. Remember, start from higher time frame so that you can see everything. Start from higher time frame so that you can see everything. Now, we will move from 3 months to monthly. I'll erase again. Now you know the structure, you know the direction, it's fine. This is a monthly time frame. What happened on monthly time frame? Check there, you have your first time, you have your second time. Let's get the trend line and see what happened. Here is your trend line. I want you to go and master the trend lines, guys. I want you to go and master the trend lines. Again. Here is your first time, here is your second time. This is where you step in. At your trend line, like, I'm sorry, your resistance like this. From your left-hand side, put it like this. Here is your support. It was broken. It became a resistance here. Again, sharp. Remember now, this is monthly time frame. The market is heading down. Sharp. Let's move to weekly. Always remember, don't make a mistake of not going to higher time frame to check the actual direction of the market. Remember what I said. To check the direction of the market, you must know ukuthi sisuka kuphi siyaphi. Now sisuka uptrend. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. You had a downtrend and then an uptrend. I will add a trend line. When I add a trend line, I push it all the way up. Look at this. Remember, I said whenever the trend line is about to end, they will break the trend. I'm sorry, whenever a trend is about to end, they will break the trend line. So here is your first time. Here is your second time. Your trend line was broken. They came back to test on weekly time frame. What does that mean? We are pushing the market down. Can you see that? Guys, if you do not understand what I am saying, please let me know so that I can go extra mile and share more information. If you want to be part of this, if you want to learn how to trade, I'll say, what time is it now? It's 10 a.m. I'll say from 11 o'clock, because I think I'll upload this one around 11 o'clock. So from 11 o'clock until 5 p.m. today, you guys can deposit from 300. You can deposit from 300. After depositing from 300, you still have to pay the remaining balance of which is going to be 1.2. But hence I said, angisafuna ukuthatha abantu abasha, so sengenza umusa nje ukuthi ofuna ukungena angathi ngimvalela ngaphandle, but angisabathathi abasha. Angisathathi abantu abasha. So uma kuwukuthi unesifiso, I'll just give you that opportunity, hence kuhamba ne-time frame. So now look at this. I'll go down in a time frame. The time frame it's gonna be daily time frame. Already, uma zoom out, uma zoom out here, saying to zoom out, uma you will go all the way from your left hand side. Look at the trend line. Here's your trend line. This is daily. 1, 2, you sell on the third touch, right? Now look at this one. It's 1, 2, it was broken here. They push all the way down. Look at this. It's more like a head and shoulder, but it is not. Can you see here? Support, they push the market all the way up. Where were they pushing the market? To the trend line that was broken so that they can continue with the trend. Already by going to higher time frame, you know where the market is headed. You will do what here as the market is going down. You will look for sell opportunities. You won't create opportunities that are not there. Instead, you'll wait for the market to come back and test whatever that they left unattended so that you can step in and take a decision that is corresponding with the direction of the market. Right now, you can see that where the market is from the left-hand side. Let's take this horizontal line and place it on our left-hand side. From this resistance, that is from this support that we have here, support, they came back to test the support again. As they were testing the support, what else you have? Move to your left-hand side. This is how you analyze. What is it you have on your left-hand side? A support, of which is this one. So a support was broken, it became a resistance. What do? You look for sell opportunities. You see how simple it is. As long as ungatholi umuntu ozokusiza ngendlela okuyiyo, you won't become profitable. But uma uzothola umuntu ozokuthatha through the steps, it will be easy ukuthi ukwazi ukubona ukuthi kwenzakalani. Sharp. Now let's look at this. The market yethu go downtrend right now. This is a daily time frame. We need to focus on what is it we have here for us to get interest. And let's say when I will tell you and I'm interest from Pezu, I showed you the trend line. So when I right now can analysis, the entry I'll erase everything. Already we can see that the market is pushing down. Now we'll move to 4-hour time frame. This is 4-hour time frame. What else do we have on this particular time frame? Let's add the trend line to see what is it we have. Let me see if this one exactly. Can you see the trend line? Just like if you adjust it, guys. Adjust it a little bit. So this is how the trend line looks like. First time, second time. And then here, what is it we have? We have the third touch where we're supposed to find ourselves doing what? Selling. If you find yourself selling here, the market will push down. Remember, you don't only have a trend line here. You don't just have a trend line, you have another confirmation that confirms that the market will continue to that particular direction, of which is a continuation pattern here. This continuation pattern is also pushing the market down. What does that mean? It means traders who are trading support and supply and demand, continuation pattern, they're going to step in here and sell. Traders who are trading trend lines, they're going to step in and do what? And sell, where the market's going to go down. All right, fine. This is the breaker structure that I was showing you on daily time frame. Support, it was broken, it was never tested as a resistance. So how many confluence you have here? 3. This trend line, support and resistance, and continuation pattern. All of them are pushing the market down. Which time frame is this? This is 4-hour time frame. Your job is to wait for the structure and also wait for the market to come back to your setup. Your setup might be your trend line, it might be your continuation pattern. It will depend on your trading strategy or pattern. Now, what else do we have? Look at this. This is another signal that signals that we're going to push the market down. Okay, fine. Look at this again. If you're out there, you don't know how to use trend line, I'll advise you to take the offer and get in. This offer and offer ayona, guys, is ophela ngo-5. Izophela ngo-5. Angisathathi abantu abasha, guys. Sengenza umusa nje. Yazi kahle kahle bekumele ngangiyenze lento, but it's fine. Akaze ngimchazele nokuthi kwenzakaleni, so I'm just sharing information. But from 5 o'clock vele, guys, I'm not going to continue to accept abantu abasha. If kuwukuthi kade ufisa, text me on WhatsApp, ngizowashiya amanamba la engiwasebenzisa ku-WhatsApp, uzongithola khona sikwazi ukuqhubeka ngikusize ube-grand. This is where we are on 4-hour time frame. Now I'll move to smaller time frame, which is going to be the 3-hour time frame. On 3-hour time frame, you can still see here. Let me erase. On 3-hour, you can still see here. If you don't know how to trade trend lines, you're going to get a chance to trade the breaker structure. If you don't know how to trade a breaker structure, you're going to get a chance to trade this continuation pattern. Here's another one that is pushing the market down. Can you see that? You see how simple it is? Your job is to wait for the market to come back to you. So now the market is showing us that we have a chance to push it down. Hence, you can see here, you have your trend line, 1, 2, 3. Let's go down with the time frame. Let me erase before we go down. What else do you have now? You have a trend line here. This trend line of yours, they might break it as they are pushing the market down. Let's go to 2-hour time frame. This is 2-hour time frame. On 2-hour time frame, what is it you have? You have a continuation pattern as well here. You have a continuation pattern that confirms that we're going to push the market down. Add the trend line here and put it this way. Your trend line is not yet tested. So on 2-hour time frame, you have a trend line. There's a first time, second time it was broken, it was not tested. So uma kuwukuthi niyazazi ukuthi trade ama-trend line, so yibona i-trend line ivele kanjani, ivele nge-gap. I mentioned ukuthi ama-gap uzoyibona i-gap, they'll come down to fill the gap. Hence you can see here the gap was filled. It was not filled here, but now the gap is filled. That is why the market is pushing all the way up. That is why I always say, whenever you open your chart, don't just jump in and buy, don't just jump in and sell. Wait for the market to come to your trend line if you are trading trend lines. Wait for the market to come to your continuation pattern if you are trading continuation patterns. If you are trading breaker structure, wait for the market to come to your breaker structure. Don't just jump in just because of you see a huge candlestick. We have people who jump in based on the size of the candlestick. I know what the candlestick is very huge, it's a buy. You start buying here, the market will come down. You'll be like, oh, the market is more, it's manipulating me, blah, blah, blah. The market is not manipulating you. You are not doing the right thing. Now, let's move to 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. This is what we have. The market can even still go up to test the broken trend line so that we can continue with the downtrend. So if it happens that they push from the trend line and then it comes down to the trend line that is below, they might react and break the trend line. Once they break the trend line, if you're out there, you are trading trend lines, you get an entry again to step in and then continue to the downside. That's how you approach your market. This is what we have right now. This is what we have, even if you were to zoom out. And remember, you must take your time to check. Take your time and check ukuthi uma kuwukuthi uzothola ubhaya or usela, what is it you have that can cause ukuthi market yakho ingahambi ngendlela yakho, ingahambi ngedirection yakho. Don't just decide ukuthi wena uzowenza kanje. No, wait for yonke le opportunity ifike kuwe ibe fully formed before you take a decision. Once you take a decision, then awuhambile. Let's check again. I hardly go to smaller time frames, so we can just wash our eyes. You can see here on 45 minutes already have tested the trend line. But I'm not going to pay much attention on the smaller time frame. Let's check on 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, the trend line that was broken, it is already tested. But I will just stick to higher time frame. They can still push up and then they continue to the downside. This is what we have. This is what we have. You can even go all the way up to check again. Always start from higher time frame. Let's check the GBP. Let's check the GBP US dollar. Always remember again, start from higher time frame. Start from, let me erase everything. Our 12 months, how does it look like? This is 12 months. What is it we have here? A trend line. Let's see if this trend line is accurate again. Tell me, guys, why are you not trading trend lines? Why are you not trading trend lines? Hey, much. Why are you guys not trading trend lines? This is zero float on 12 months time frame. Look at how the market rejected. Okay, fine. Let's verify this one again above. Second time charge. This one is very much big, but you can still see. Here is your first time. Here is your second time. Here is your second time. Where do you step in on the third touch? But this one is very huge, guys. What I want you to do, guys, I want you to use higher time frame to look at the structure of the market. Go to smaller time frame from here. Go to 6 months. Now you know what is actually happening on higher time frame, right? The market is trying to push down. Okay, fine. You then move again to 3 months. What is it you have on 3 months? What is it you have on 3 months? The market is still pushing down. Okay, fine. The market is still pushing down. Here is your continuation pattern. Your continuation pattern is going against the direction of the market. No problem. Let's go to monthly. What is it we have on monthly time frame? At your trend line like this. From here, push it up. Can you see that they are breaking this trend line on monthly time frame? And as they are breaking this trend line, where are they headed right now? We have a new support here. This is your new support. Let's go to weekly time frame. More information will be revealed and it will be clear as we are going down at the time frame. So here, what actually happened, it looks like this. the trend line was tested. So you have your first time, you have your second time, you step in, you buy here. You don't just have a trend line here to step in and buy. You have a continuation pattern on your left-hand side. If you don't know how to trade continuation pattern, or you don't know how to trade them, I'll advise you to go far back and look for videos that has to do with the continuation patterns. If you also don't have my ebook, make sure that you text me. The ebook is going to be given to you for as little as 150. Yeah. Now, look at this. Let me erase again. Guys, if you want to become a student, the ebook is for free. But if you're not a student, you're going to pay for the ebook. That's it. Now, look at this. Let me erase. So here, your trend line was broken. They came back to test on a weekly time frame. Let me remove again. I want you to look at these, guys. What is it you have here? This one will be more visible as we are going down at the time frame. Here you have a support. It was broken. It became a resistance. The market continued with the trend. Currently, the market is on the continuation pattern, and the market tested the breakout structure, and then it went down. And then hence you can see that the market tried to go all the way up. Hence you can see this new candlestick reached this support. There's a support on your left hand side. Let me highlight it. Here on our left hand side, we have a support. Hence you can see they tested the support with this candlestick. Let's go to daily time frame. We'll see everything. So on daily time frame, this is what we have. This is daily time frame. This is what you have on daily time frame. Support. Support. It was broken. It became a resistance. This is daily time frame. They tested this breakout structure yesterday. And then this support is the one that pushed the market all the way up to test the broken trend line. And then here is your support that I was talking about. Let me highlight it. Let me highlight it. I'll use this horizon. Let me just add another one, but I'll remove it. Your chart must always be clean. Can you see that? Here's the support. It was broken. It became a resistance. Here's your trend line. What does that mean? Traders who are trading support and resistance, they are going to step in and sell. Traders who are trading trend lines, they're going to step in and do what? And sell. All of the traders are doing what? Are selling. Therefore, they're higher the chance that the market will go down. Right now, we have another resistance here. I'm sorry, support, but this support, they're not going to respect it. They can just respect it a little bit. They will break it. Why? It has 2 touches already because of we are on daily time frame here. Let's go to 4-hour time frame and see what is actually happening on 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, we have a continuation of a trend on 4-hour time frame. Where is the continuation of the trend? Can you see? Here's the continuation of the trend. We have a continuation of the trend. So your stop loss is already above. You're waiting for the market to continue to the downside. You have a trend line below that as the first time and the second time. What do? You wait for the market to come back and give you the third touch. Just like that. It doesn't matter ukuthi bazofika nini. Your job is to wait. Right now, you have a new continuation pattern. Let me show you how it's gonna look like. Right now, you have a new continuation pattern. I'll use red. So if this candlestick is coming down to this trend line, and then a new candlestick is coming up again, it's gonna be green. And then if it closes, it's gonna be red. And then it closes below. Once this candlestick closes below, and then the next candlestick opens below, they will push the market all the way up to test the continuation pattern and the broken trend line, and then they continue with the downside. They continue with the downside. Can you see how you approach it? They continue with the downside. Your job is to wait and observe what are they doing and what are they planning. Currently, we are on 4-hour time frame. So what I'm going to do now, I'll move to 3-hour time frame and see what is actually happening on 3-hour time frame. Let's see ukuthi kwenzakalani on 3-hour time frame, guys. Uma kuwukuthi you do not understand something, feel free ukuthi ukwazi ukubuza usho ukuthi which part you do not understand so that I can assist you. Let's go to 3-hour. 3-hour is still showing us a continuation of the trend. You can still see the breakout structure. It is clear. Let's see the trend line that we had on Euro-US dollar. Let's see if it looks the same. Yes, it looks the same. You see the continuation pattern on 3-hour. They left it here. It's a drop-based drop. Use the line chart, you see the drop-based drop. Now they are currently on the base. What are we waiting for? for them to go down to the trend line and see what are they going to do to the trend line. Remember, this trend line is also against the direction of the market. So if they respect this trend line, it's fine. We'll see what they do. But I'm expecting them to break the trend line. They might react on this trend line and go up a little bit before they break it. Let's see what is it we have above. Here's your first time. Here's your second time. You have a trend line right now. They can push the market down and put it up to the trend line, and then they break this one and go down. You're done. Guys, the offer in Chile is available from 11 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Uma kuwukuthi uzoyibona late video, the offer is no longer available. The offer is no longer available. Uma kuwukuthi unijimile, ama-lessons mostly senzowathatha ku-website, guys. Ama-lessons mostly senzowathatha ku-website. Angisachubeki ngokufundisa abantu abasha. Benginganikezanga i-offer to those who are following me on YouTube. So today, the offer ends on a year late. It's going to be available from 11 until 5 p.m. After that, guys, I'm not going to continue teaching abantu abasha. After the recent. So the best thing that I can give to you guys, which was the savings at your website. The website is over credit, no time. Nakhona ngizonitshela nje ngela ukuthi kwenzeka 19 fees now, so it's fine. Let us not pay much attention on that. So ngizonitshela ama-Telegram bese-ke yonke into nizoyithola khona. Uma ufuna i-course uzoyilanda ku-website, yonke into uzozitholela khona ngale. If you enjoyed this session, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Uma uyi-enjoyile ungasabi ukuthi ulike, usubscribe, ube grand.